for whatever reason, like people often have a preconceived idea about who you are before they meet you. I mean, I feel that too. Like sometimes people will have seen a podcast or an interview and they feel like they know you. And I guess they know a facet of you from that. I think probably for you, that was heightened in a way that I can't even imagine because it was such a...
Well, it was so negative.
And it was so big.
It was so big, so negative, and I was so young.
Yeah.
You know, and hadn't chosen it. So I chose the mistakes I made, but I didn't choose being a public person.
Right.
I mean, you're now known for so many different things with your businesses, but initially being known for the exterior and the beauty of...
Yeah, which isn't...
It's not bad.
It's not like a negative connotation, right? But I definitely think a lot of models, especially maybe then because there really wasn't a platform for us to say who we are. I mean, now young models get an opportunity to show who they are on their social media.
Yeah.
There's a lot more, interviews and things like that. But then really models were just what you saw on a magazine cover. And I think that there's a lot of just assumption that, you were, dumb.
Right.
You
Meanwhile, right, you got a scholarship for chemical engineering, right?
Yes.
To Northwestern.
Yes.
So, excellent school.
And I think that, first of all, like as a young woman, I didn't even understand that modeling was a real job. Like that I grew up in a small town outside of Chicago. I loved school. I was very good at school. I wanted to be, I think, like first woman president or... which, by the way, it's still available.
It's still possible.
Believe it or not.
Sadly, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh.
Or a doctor or a teacher. Like I definitely had aspirations for myself, but they were more around like, being a nuclear physicist or something like that. I just thought was like a big job. And then the modeling thing just kind of happened. It wasn't something I really pursued. Once the first door opened, I definitely stepped down that path. But I already had, I guess because I already had the validation from, I was a straight A student. I'd been valedictorian. I had gone to college, even though it was very brief and I dropped out. But when people treated me like I was dumb, I was able to know that was more about them than it was about me. And I think I also learned like, okay, sometimes I'm just going to play this game.
Okay, what does that look like?
Well, okay, for instance, sometimes, and you've been in front of the camera before, where sometimes they ask you to do something completely ridiculous. Yeah. Like one time they asked me we were in Hawaii for Vogue shooting, and they had a professional surfer there. And they said, can you just get on the surfboard with him, paddle out, get on his shoulders, and he's going to surf in with you, but don't get your hair wet.
Okay, what?
And I mean, I don't surf. And I was like, oh, sure, but can you just show me that? If you just show me what that looks like, I think I can probably do it. And then they were like, we're just going to do it on the beach. I'm
wow.
Like, yeah, perfect. So
very clever.
I like that.
It's so interesting I think, as you were saying, to just balance that, people's expectations, what they're coming in with, of what they know of you, and then the possibility that you're more or you're different.
Or today you're different. I think it does kind of force you to reflect back on yourself and who you are, other than letting the world tell you who you are. And I mean, I know that you know exactly what I'm talking about, because it's like, even if, in my case, even if it's good, like even if it was like, oh, she's a beautiful woman, whatever, but it's like, yeah, but today I'm feeling insecure, or today I'm having a hard day, or today I'm feeling like a bad mother, whatever, like we all have those bad days too. Yeah. And I think that, that's the work really, is like not being defined by incoming.
Right. Did you feel at any point where you almost, because you were, I don't know if it's the right way to say it, but known for your beauty, right? That people wouldn't allow you to not have a day where you didn't feel great about how you looked, or that it was, does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, there's definitely the extra. Yeah. I mean, even like, I'll say like, okay, we got to do full Cindy Crawford today. Do you know what I mean? Like whatever that thing is, like the hair, the makeup, high heels, or I kind of understand that Cindy Crawford is a thing. It's a product. Yes, it's one facet of who I am, but it's not the totality by any stretch of the imagination. So, and I remember I went on a blind date once.
I call them half blind dates when you're a public person, because it's like they know what you look like already.
Yes, and I this other person also was a public person.
Yeah.
But it was before Google, right? So you couldn't totally. But, because this person knew me from the time, let's say, a Cosmo cover, right? Pushed up boobs and big hair and super sexy. And I remember opening the door to my apartment and again, this could be my own insecurity, but I felt like this disappointment that I wasn't the walking, talking Cosmo cover.
Wow.
And and then also the things that go through your head is that who I want to be in my life? Who do I, the world's going to say whatever they want about me, but who do I want to say I am? Because at least I got to take a stab at that. I don't get to control the whole narrative, but I at least get to think about who do I want to be in the world? How do I want to show up in the world? How do I want to present myself in the world? And it changes as time goes on.